the true teacher and the true disciple. Throughout ancient times, within this plane of existence, the meeting of a true teacher and the true disciple has been a very complicated and ardent task. The Guru is the one who takes you out of darkness and into spiritual light. The Almighty, the Most High Lord, gives this light to all His creation and everyone. This light is present within everyone. Thus, we must understand that He is the Guru of everyone. Now let us quote. Gur Parameswar ek hai, sab mein rahiya samaye. The Guru and God are one, and He is present within everyone. Guru Granth Sahib, Ang 53. The human being who is one and blended within the universal light of the Lord is termed as Gurmukh. Such a human being, such a soul, has the ability to give knowledge of the Lord's teachings, which is the Lord's Guru Bani. This soul is above the three attributes of Tamo, Rajo, and Sato gunas. Now let's try to explain these three states of gunas at a basic level. Gunas are attributes and qualities which identify the character of the human being. The first guna is termed as Tamo. Tamo is the lowest form which arises from the desires and greed of the mind. It showers inertia, selfishness, shrewdness, and troubling others. The second guna is termed as Rajo. Rajo guna involves intellect and needs a conscious mind to perform them. It signifies ego, bravery, jealousy. It signifies wars, struggles, and helping with a motive. The third guna is termed as Sattva. Sattva guna is the entirely spiritual and is based on wisdom. It is consciousness and awareness of the being. It is the light, the purity, the kindness, and charity and compassion. Now let us quote. Tre gun varte sagal sansara home vichipati khoi. The three qualities permeate the whole world. Acting in ego, it loses its honor. Gurmukhi hove chautha pad chine Ram nami sukh hoi. But one who becomes Gurmukh comes to realize the fourth state of celestial bliss, the fourth guna, where he finds peace through the name of the Lord. Guru Granth Sahib, Ang 604. Now, by keeping company with such a person who is blended with the light, one can obtain a clear peace of mind, and one's desires and difficulties can disappear. Now let us quote. ਇਹ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੀ ਸਾਧ ਕੀ ਜਿਸ ਭੇਟਤ ਤਰੀ ਹੈ. This is the distinguishing sign of the holy saint, that by meeting with him one is saved and swims the ocean of life. Guru Granth Sahib, Ang 320. Now, we must make a note that such a holy person or saint cannot, we repeat, cannot, in this day and age of darkness, cannot be equivalent to the Guru. We must open our eyes. We must realize that the days of holy saints have come to an end. The so-called saints that you see in this day and age have become lost in their own ego and pride. But the Guru is different. The Guru enters this world that we live in with the light. And the Guru is himself this same light. The Almighty Lord bestows His Spirit and divine Shakti and power to the Guru. What this means is that the Almighty Lord has Himself taken a form to spread the eternal light of knowledge and Gyan to this world. Now, a real disciple is the one who truly wants to become one with and meet the Lord. This disciple is the one who, with humility, surrenders his mind to his Guru. This disciple will have no problems with worldly matters. The more the disciple listens and acts upon his Guru's teachings, the further the disciple will progress in spirituality and life. A true Guru will initially read the state of mind of that disciple. Now let us quote. Antar ki gati Satguru jaane. The true Guru knows the state of the disciple's mind. Guru Granth Sahib, Ang 1042. A Guru which doesn't possess this ability and power is not qualified at all to impart any spiritual knowledge and Gyan to the disciple. As we have stated, that these so-called modern living Gurus are themselves lost within this spiritual darkness. So how can they possess the ability to know a disciple's state? Only the true Guru has this ability. The question we pose is, what spiritual benefit and gain can a disciple receive from these so-called living Gurus in this dark age? Now, we must mention this important note. A human being within this plane of existence becomes as the company he keeps. This is the state of reality we are sadly living in. Within bad company, the human being develops negative and evil ways. Likewise, within good company, the human being develops positive ways. Now let us quote: जो जैसी संगत मिले सो तैसो फल खाए. As in the company one associates with, so is the fruit one eats. Guru Granth Sahib, Ang 1369. Sikhism, Gurmat, is not a religion. It is a way of life termed Panth. Two primary factors are important in this. The first is the Guru, and the second factor is the true congregation, which is termed Sat Sangat. The Sat Sangat is translated to the true, pure-minded congregation who all have one goal on being on the Lord's frequency. The Sat Sangat is the way to rid the mind of evil, and the Guru draws the disciple towards him like a magnet within this congregation known as the Sat Sangat. Now, let's give a little example. A needle is only attracted towards a magnet if it is clean. If there is dust covering the needle, then the magnet will not be able to attract it. This is the same with the disciple. Until the disciple's mind is clean and pure, the Guru will be obstructed in attracting and pulling in the disciple towards him. The Guru's Bani makes it clear that the mind of a human being has become dirty and full of dust through the build-up of sins of many births within this plane of existence. The dirt of many births has been attached to the soul, which in turn has become pitch black in darkness. Removing this dirt is done by meeting the Sat Sangat, the true congregation of disciples. The disciples who act and listen upon the teachings of the Guru. This person will gradually become dyed in the color of Nam Rang, the color of the Lord. This disciple will have a focused mind to become the Gurmukh. As we stated in the previous videos, the Gurmukh is the one who is blended with the universal light and always has his Guru's teachings within his breath. From the congregation of Sat Sangat, the disciple learns the ways to perform a prayer known as Ardas. And from this Ardas, the disciple receives the key to accomplishment. Sadh ke sang pai naam ratanu. In the company of the holy, one obtains the jewel of the Naam. The Naam meaning the name, which is the internal rhythm, the internal sound that the disciple experiences. Guru Granth Sahib, Ang 271. It must be noted that when performing the ardas and prayer, your mind should be focused and one-pointed. This way, the prayer will be successful. The ardas is the Shakti, the divine power which allows the disciple to obtain the grace and mercy from the Almighty's court. Within the ardas, the disciple becomes enjoined and one with the Guru's Bani, which is the Shabad, the ever-resonating sound and dhuni which is within all the creation. Within this life, it is key to make the mind one-pointed and focused. We must learn that it is the will of God on how much knowledge He wants to impart on the disciple. Man basi aave nanaka je puran kirpa hoye. The mind comes to be controlled, O Nanak, if He grants His perfect grace. Guru Granth Sahib, Ang 298. The mind of the disciple comes under the control when there is the grace of the Almighty Lord. The Guru's teachings advises us that while performing meditation, service, listening and reading the Lord's teachings and so on, that we must not become egoistic in the process, because all the above methods that the disciple tries will only lead to downfall. To be released from the ongoing cycle of birth and death, and to receive salvation, it is only possible with the grace and kirpa of the Lord, and also by controlling the negative and evil desires of the mind. Prabh kirpa te manu vasi aaya. By God's grace, the mind comes under control. Guru Granth Sahib, Ang 385. As the disciple of the Lord starts his spiritual journey, his spiritual eye, which can be termed loosely as the third eye, begins to slowly open. The disciple will realize how precious the human body that we have is. It is then that the disciple begins to realize what winning and losing in this battle of existence really is. Please like, subscribe, and send your comments below to this channel. We will be producing videos weekly to help you grow spiritually and elevate your consciousness. Peace and love to you all, and thank you for listening. Vaheguru, 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 Vahejio.